I know. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. I know. I don't want to hear it. I already know.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
I know. You guys are like, dude, you're way late today. I know. Hey, good morning. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything sounds okay. I had all kinds of crazy stuff this morning. It was just crazy. I'm not even going to get into it because I'm already behind. But it has been just a crazy morning. But I'm so glad you're here. Today is Tuesday, June 18th, 2019. That's right. Can you believe it? Today is Tuesday, June 18th. 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, June 18th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this incredible day. Fair enough? Let's make the absolute most of this incredible day. Now, to start things off, the other day I posted in the group for you to pick a number. I said, hey, just pick a number between 1 and 5,000. And the winner is going to get a free t-shirt, and I will announce who won the free t-shirt this morning on Hashtag Rise and Grind. So we're going to do that right now.
All right, Savannah Rain Lundy, here's what I need you to do. I need you to pick a number between 1 and 5,000. That means you can write a 1-digit number or a 4-digit number or anything in between. A 2-digit, a 3-digit, you choose. So I'm going to turn around, you write the number down, fold the piece of paper, and then I'll turn right back. Hey guys, for those of you that entered the contest to win the free t-shirt, I had you pick a number. Savannah is currently picking the winning number. So as soon as she gets done, she'll tell me, let me know when you're done. And she'll fold the paper, and then we'll go back over there and we'll unfold it to see who won a free t-shirt. And I hope that I'm in the shot, because I can't really tell because I couldn't turn my thing around, but it is what it is. All right? Okay, you ready? All right, we're walking over. Savannah, now did you have any idea what I was asking you to do before I asked you to do it?
No, but then I heard you.
But you heard me as I was telling in the video. Right, but you didn't know what we were doing when you just got home.
Picking the winner?
You're picking the winner right now. Whatever number you have on there, whoever's closest to that number is going to win a free t-shirt.
Okay.
All right, so let's show everybody the number.
I want to unbook it now. The winning number is 5,000.
The winning number is, hold on, open it up.
Ah,
Let them see it. The winning number is 5,000. Okay, so whoever is closest to 5,000 is our winner. And I know that I think I saw somebody that did $49.99, but I don't know if I saw anybody do 5,000, but we'll find out. All right, thanks, Savannah.
I was blown away by her creativity, her ability to quickly choose a number at random between 1 and 5,000. I don't know if you could hear my wife laughing in the background when she chose 5,000 as the winning number. So 5,000 is the winning number. I did go back and look. I saw one person. Her name was Erica. I didn't get a chance to look through all the comments though, because there was a ton. So I will go back and verify that. But it looks like Erica was our winner with a guess of 5,000. She just got herself a free Rise and Grind t-shirt. For those of you guys that didn't win, I'm going to do more giveaways coming out because we have a whole new lineup of Rise and Grind gear coming out. We've got some Morning 5 shirts that are super exciting. We got all kinds of stuff going on with that. So my poor kids, I just throw the camera on them all the time. They're gonna have lots of confidence in front of the camera later in life is the way I look at it. So yesterday I was talking to my wife about grow your business for God's sake. We were talking about how she's putting together workbooks for everybody that's going to be in attendance attendance. We've got to get the lanyards put together. There's just a ton of logistics to putting together such a big conference down in Nashville, Tennessee. But I got to tell you, my wife and I never really worked together, right? Like, I was in the car business. I kind of did my thing. She did her thing at home. And now we're running a family business together. And it's really cool, man. It's super exciting to be in the trenches with her, right? For a change. It's different. It's unique. I wasn't sure how it was going to be at first. I wasn't sure how well we would get along, but it's really been great, man. She's been helping out with Grow Your Business for God's Sake to make sure that that's an amazing conference. She's also been working on the Rise and Grind lineup. She's doing the shipping now. So now when you order your stuff from Rise and Grind, it gets shipped same day or at least within 24 hours. She's really turned things around and brought everything to the next level. So I'm super thankful to be working with her. But I just wanted to share that if any of you are thinking about working with your spouses, hey, if you communicate really well and everybody stays in their lane, it seems to work out really, really good. So what I want to do this morning now is I would like for you to open up your hashtag Rise and Grind planner, which mine, I don't know about yours, man, but mine is getting worked. Next year's model, I've got the wrong camera going. Next year's model is going to need a little different cover because this sucker's getting worked. This thing's been to Greece. It's been all over the United States. It's been all over the place. But if you open up your planner today, the quote at the top came from Tina Davis, and it says, "If they hadn't told me I was ugly, I never would have searched for my beauty. And if they hadn't tried to break me down, I wouldn't know that I'm unbreakable." And man, what a strong and powerful quote that is. Just such a strong and powerful quote. And I want to dive into that just a little bit today. But before we do, you know what we got to do? We got to do some dancing. Where's the volume on this? Volume's too loud. There we go. How about that? Yeah. You guys ready? Come on. Let's get it. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. Because I believe if we could change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. This is also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I'll say what's up back at you. Fair enough? Good morning, Laura Berman. What's up, Leanne Rhinesmith? How are you, my friend? How you doing, Mike Stevens, Vicki Everett, Tabby Negrit, Jennifer Jaskell, Jeff Baker, and Daniel Fitzgerald? What's up, Nathaniel Bakes, Casey Rossiter, my man Don Sankey? What's up, Douglas Chitrin and Daryl Larson, Whitney Wells and Jeremy George? Danielle Rose is up in here. Kurt Allen McFarland is up in here. What's up, Liza Myers Bortis? How you doing, Cece Eberly and my man Scott Simons? Yo. What's up, Derek McLean, Terry LaPierre, Gail B. Craft? I love it. What's up, Tina Lathrop? Lathrop. How are you? Great to see you. What's up, Patty Cavanaro? Eric Willeroy? I'm loving it. Feeling it today. You feeling it today? Just let that sit in. Man, love it. Tina supplied us with that quote. However, the quote was actually originally came from a lady named Gabourey Sidibe, I think it is. Gabourey Sidibe. And she is an African-American actress. She is a heavyset actress, and she starred in the movie called Precious. That was a surprising hit. It didn't have a lot of expectations when it first came out, but it was a surprising hit. She starred in this movie called Precious, and she is the one that originally said those powerful words. If they hadn't told me I was ugly, I never would have searched for my beauty. And if they hadn't tried to break me down, I wouldn't know that I'm unbreakable. In her speech, where she actually uses that quote, she did a speech, and in her speech, she noted a couple things that I noted from her speech. In the very first one, she tells a story of how when she was in 5th grade, she got all excited because there was this party and everybody was bringing things. And so she wasn't really invited to the party, but she went ahead and went to the party anyway. And she baked cookies. She made cookies for everyone. And she was she thought she was so cool because she was the only one there that made something from scratch. Everybody else brought something, but she was the only one that cooked. And she spent hours and hours and hours cooking these cookies, baking these cookies to bring to this party. And when she got to the party, she went around and she started handing out the cookies to people at the party. And the first kid that she handed a cookie to, he took the cookie. But every kid after that did not take the cookie. And the first kid that actually did take the cookie ended up walking back up to her and handing her the cookie back once he saw that no one else took a cookie. And so when she tells the story, it's heartbreaking to think of that she got treated this way. And you immediately go to, well, she got treated this way because she was big and she was heavy set. And in her own words, she was fat and she was ugly. And so you immediately go to that. But then she takes you away and says, no, they didn't dislike me because I was fat and because I was ugly. People hated me because I was an asshole. Her words. People hated me because I was an asshole. She says, I believed that I was better than everyone else. I believed that I was smarter than everyone else. I spoke differently than everyone else. I was surrounded by African Americans, but I spoke like a Valley girl, right? She says, my parents both graduated college. No one else's parents graduated college, the people around me. And she said, not only did I believe that I was better than other people, I made sure to let other people know. I made sure to let other people know that I thought I was better than them. People didn't call me fat and ugly. People didn't dislike me because I was fat and ugly. People hated me because of how I treated them. I thought it was really powerful. Then she goes on further in her speech. She goes on further to talk about once she learned to be cool with people and to be strong in herself, and she just decided that, hey, this is my life and I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm not better than anyone, but I'm not worse than anyone. And this is my life, and I am going to choose joy. As a matter of fact, at that party, even though nobody took the cookies, she sat down, she ate the whole bag of cookies herself, but then she got up and danced. And she danced by herself, and she was ignored, and she didn't care, and she still had a good time, and she still had fun because she chose to have joy. She chose joy. I have a friend whose father was gone, and her mother was a really mean drunk. Like a really mean drunk. And her mother would take her, and she would put her in a room. She would lock her in a room. Well, I shouldn't say lock. She would put her in a room. Talk about mental warfare. She would put her in a room with a bucket and some food, and then she would go out and she would put a piece of tape on the door, and she would tell her daughter, I'm not sure when I will be back, but if you open that door, I will beat you. And I will be able to see if you opened the door, because the tape that I have on the door will split and break, and I will know that you escaped. And then at this point, after her mother would leave her a bucket to pee and poop in, and a little bit of food, and a radio to listen to music, her mother then would go out to the bars and drink and stumble around the city. She was known as the town drunk. And my friend told me that sometimes she would be gone for an hour. Other times she would be gone for days. For days. And she never knew when her mother was going to come back. But she would never, no matter how long it took, she wouldn't walk out that door because she was scared for her life if she broke that piece of tape. She buried her mother at an early age. And when she buried her mom, there was 4 people at the funeral. 2 of them worked there. 2 of them worked there. The other 2 were Shanta. The other 2, I almost slipped. The other 2 were my friend and a friend of hers that was there to support her. People didn't hate her mom because she was a drunk. People hated her mom because of the way she treated other people. But here's the thing, my friend took this situation, this awful, terrible way that she was brought up. My friend took that experience and she has used it to give her this incredible, incredible light. She currently works for this organization where they go out and they pour into young people. It's really interesting. They created something unique. So they go and they pour out into young people in party situations. Young people that are drinking heavily. She goes out and she pours into them and she makes sure that they are hydrated, and she has this absolute love, this passion for music. She has this music in her soul. She sings. She has a voice that is straight from heaven. Her voice is absolutely incredible. And so she took her pain and her struggles and her circumstances and the life that she was given, and she took that and she learned from it, and she uses it now to shine a light on the world and into people's life that's absolutely stunning. Now, she could have chose to say, woe is me, or she could have chose to follow in the same footsteps as her mother. She could have chose to be miserable or to hold on to that hate and that anger. But instead, she chose to use every single one of those circumstances as a layer for her to build her life upon so that she could be a light. It's amazing. You see, if her mother wouldn't have done those things to her, then she would never have known, A, how tough she is. She's one of the toughest humans I've ever met. She would have never known how tough she is. And B, she would have never had this passion in her soul to pour into people the way that she does. You see, this morning, what was on my heart as I sat down to write my show, as I spent some time in gratitude, as I spent some time in thought and in prayer, what was on my heart today was that you need to know and to understand that every pain, every struggle, every story that you have to tell, every one of them is a layer. You see, this is the layer that makes you you. There's a story that maybe you've heard, maybe you haven't. There's a story of 2 men, and they fall into a big pit, and the walls of the pit are 10 feet high, and the pit is 10 feet wide, and they each fall into a separate pit. They fall into their pit, and they realize that there's no way that they can reach to get out of the pit. And so the one man, after jumping and screaming and saying, someone please help me, someone please help me, someone please help me, he ends up sitting on the ground, and he just sits there and he stays there and he decays. He never gets out. The other man realizes that he can't reach out, and he jumps up and he says, help me, and he says, help me, and he says, help me. And once he realizes that there's no one there to help me, he goes to the other side of the hole and he starts to dig. And he starts to dig, and as he digs the ground, he starts taking those layers over to the other side, and he starts building it up. And he climbs out. he climbs out. You see, my friend, every one of these situations, all of these things that God allows in your life, they're just layers. They're layers that you can use to climb out. My man Jonathan was on our show on Friday. Jonathan was talking about layers like pieces of paper, right? He was talking about our different disciplines and how if we just layer each one, if we think about it like a piece of paper, one piece of paper by itself, easily torn. 2 pieces of paper, easily torn. 3 pieces of paper, easily torn. But as you continue to stack more and more pieces of paper up, sooner or later, you've got this brick, this thing that is impossible to be torn. It's impossible to be broke down. And that's what God has for you. That is his plan for you and your life, and for you to build up this suit of armor. This suit of armor that is so incredibly thick that it can't be broken down. It's the layers. My friends, you were made for more. I wish more than anything, if you haven't already, will you please share today's episode? Because I wish more than anything for every human being on this planet to understand that you were made for more. And whether you're heavy set or you don't consider yourself attractive, mainstream attractive, or however you were built, or however your layers, or whatever struggle you were gifted with, I want you to know and understand that it's your choice. It's how you choose to deal with that. It's how you choose to either let that break you down, or let that build you up. But ultimately, the bottom line is you were made for more. So I want to ask you this morning, I want you to ask yourself, like, what is it? What is it that you're struggling with? What are you holding on to? What are you blaming on other people when really we need to look in the mirror? What is that thing, that pain point? What is it? What is holding you back from greatness? And whatever that is, I want you to put it down. I want you to put it down, and I want you to use it as a step up. I want you to step up to that next level. I feel it in the group. I feel it on my show. I feel it in the comments. We're midway through the year. Temperatures are changing. We're getting ready to head into the back half, and I feel it. I feel it, and I sense it, and I see it. I see people making some poor decisions. I see people allowing some of those early disciplines that they had in the year to fall by the wayside. I see people allowing life to beat them down and make them believe that they were not made for more. And so I am here to tell you today, you, my friend, were made for more. And I know this as fact because you are a child of God. Do you understand? The God of the universe, the same God that made everything, he made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Not an average version, not a so-so version, not an A-OK version, but the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And you're already starting to make some good decisions. You're moving in the right direction. And these little things, these seemingly minuscule things that you're doing, I need you to understand that they're making an impact. They're making an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers, and they've made a massive impact on me. And I, for one, absolutely love you for it. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. So please know this. You were made for more. So don't go out there and do like my girl. Don't go out there and be an asshole. Don't go out there thinking you're better than anybody. Don't go out there thinking that you're worse than anybody. Just know and understand that you were made for more. And go out there with intention to shine your light on this planet and to make an impact on the world. Fair enough? Fair enough. That's what I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. If you need more videos like this, you can go to GlennLundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear like this, you can go to GlennLundy.com. If you haven't got your tickets yet to grow your business, for God's sake, go to GlennLundy.com. But most importantly, please come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again on Hashtag Rise and Grind. Come on, look. Oh, man, Scott, I got to put in some work, bro. Greece got me. I lost a little bit in Greece, bro. Man, I'm going to have to get in there this morning. Here, maybe if I roll my sleeves up like this. Like this. That's a little better, right? Just got to put a little pump in it. That's what I'm talking about.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag rise and grind, hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation.